Yo, what's up, everyone? This is John. Chilling with John crew. You know what it is. Today I'm going to be giving advice to you, answering some questions. Basically any questions, whatever I got sent. I didn't get many. I don't know what I'm going to call this segment or whatever. This is basically just me speaking how I feel and whatever you told me, you know what I'm saying? This isn't for comedy purposes. I'm not trying to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm not judging anyone, and I'm not about to, lie on how I feel or anything. I'm gonna be real. But basically, if you don't like what I'm saying, then don't watch the video. But let's go ahead and get this started. The first question I got was from a girl named Yasmin. I don't know how old she is or anything like that. She asked, what's the definition of a good relationship? Basically, to me, a good relationship consists of two honest people wanting to be together. Now, that doesn't mean that I've ever had this, so I can't really even tell you what a good relationship is, because me and good relationships do not mix. I mean, I've been cheated on numerous times. I got played. I've been let on. I know what it feels like to have a shitty relationship, but fucking, one that doesn't really turn out the way you really hope it does. Basically, all you need to do is just keep it real with one another. Don't be going out cheating. Don't be saying I love you out of nowhere, man. You better wait a couple months. You better wait a while. I mean, truthfully, true love takes a long time to accumulate, When you say I love you to your mom or dad, and you say I love you to some random person, random dude or girl, it comes out totally different. Sometimes you're sketchy on saying it, and sometimes it just comes naturally. The day that it comes naturally to you, where you don't have to hesitate on nothing, that's the day you're in real love. And that's the day that you should really honestly think about sticking with that one person. You know what I'm saying? You don't always need to look for love. Sometimes love looks for you. Most people that are watching this are probably around the age group of like 14 and up. So don't be looking for love. What you need to focus on is school. What you need to focus on is worrying if your freaking homework is done or not, Because when you get into a relationship with some little boy, some little girl, and you decide to fuck around, and then you get that little girl pregnant or whatever the hell you're doing, then you're gonna have a whole nother set of problems on here. And before I continue, if your boy is coming up to you, trying to get some pussy all the time, trying to get that good shit off of you, man, you better leave that little boy. Man, all he wants to do is get a little fucking. He don't love you. He don't fucking care. Trust me, I'm a dude, I know. Doesn't mean I'm doing this shit. Don't be thinking I'm doing this shit, because I'm not. I just keep it real. Don't let that little boy in your pants, man. Like, hold on to your virginity as long as you can until that one person you're gonna stick with comes around. I have so much more to say on that topic, but before I start preaching, let's go on to the next question. Next question is from Krista Pritchard. I think that's how you say your last name. Her question is, what inspired you to be an artist? Well, Krista, I can tell you one thing. A lot has inspired me to be an artist. But how it basically all started was, I was in middle school. I think it was my 7th grade year. I was with some friends, He would show me his music, and I would start thinking like, man, that's good. Maybe I should get into this. Maybe I can do something with this, because I always had so much on my mind, and I always was having a thing for, like literature and English. I was always succeeding in those classes. One day I basically just, got a notebook. I forgot where I started at. I'm thinking it's a notebook though. I wrote so many poems in that book. As gay as that sounds. But believe me, if you were to see them, you would be like, damn, that's a lot of poetry, dude. That's a lot of poetry. But other than that, basically, just like the struggles of everyday youth, growing up as a kid, living where you're at. I mean, some people have it better than others. Some people have it worse than others. I unfortunately didn't have it that great. I had it good, but it was not as good as you would expect it to be. I don't really appreciate, you know, kids that grow up with nothing and shit and have no one to talk to, no one to relate to, no mother or father home, no father in Iraq, mother, no mother, mother in Iraq, mother doing whatever the fuck she's doing, you know. It's not fair that they don't have no one to relate to, they don't have no one to talk to. So basically my mission was to make a shitload of music they can vibe to and they can relate to, so they feel like they're not alone, because they're not alone. There's kids going through the same shit you're going through every single day. That's why, you know, I always try to keep my head up, but sometimes it doesn't always work and sometimes it does, but I mean, that's just life. That's just the way it works. Basically, I mean, not the whole reason, but it's most of the reason why I wanted to be an artist, you know. So, I got a funny question for my bro Robert Gillian, or Gillian, I think it's Gillian. Sorry, bro. Me and this guy go way back, and by way back I mean like middle school. Anywho, he asked, if you could have a different first name, what would it be and why? Well, my name would probably be shit, I don't know, probably just John. I mean, I don't like Jonathan as a name. I mean, I fucking hate when people call me, hey Jonathan, how you doing, Jonathan? Oh, hey Jonathan this and Jonathan that. No. I feel like Jonathan to me sounds like fucking an 8-year-old name. So if you really want to be good friends with me, don't call me Jonathan. Just be like, hey John, what's up? Okay, that's way better. So the next question I have is from Sean. I think that's how you say your name, but it's a pretty long one, so I'm gonna read it out to you guys and answer it. Okay, so my friend is still in school. She's a senior and she's now pregnant. She wants to be with the baby's daddy, but at the same time doesn't want him to feel like he's trapped. She loves the guy, but she's also in love with her ex. Both of these guys have hurt her a lot and they both hate each other. Who should she choose? Every time I try to help her, she doesn't listen to them. Oh, listen to me. I already don't like one of them. If you could answer this, I'll be so grateful. Thanks, John. First off, my personal belief is, you're out having kids, you know, fucking around, you better be prepared to have that baby 9 months later. You know what I'm saying? From my personal opinion too, honestly, she needs to tell that little dude what's up. You don't want to be with her, man? Tell her straight up. If you need to be with her, man, be with her. Because honestly, a little kid growing up without a father figure turns out to be a not so good thing. When you have someone in your home, especially a man that's not his real father, fucking around and doing drugs and all kinds of shit, then that just makes him a negative influence on the child. Especially like a boy, if a boy is growing up without his dad, he ain't gonna give a fuck. He ain't gonna listen to no man. He's gonna despise men for what they've done to him and what they've done to his mother. You know what I'm saying? However, the ex she is in love with, I mean, she can be with him if she wants, but she's gonna have to raise that kid, and whenever he gets or she gets to the right age, you're gonna need to let that kid know this isn't a real baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys don't even want to deal with that shit. Especially at this age, they're like 17, 18. They don't want to deal with a kid straight out of high school. I mean, especially on that topic. If you're fucking in high school and you don't want to deal with a kid, don't be having kids. Either way, in the end of it all, she should just do whatever she needs to do. Whatever is right for the kid. Whenever she has that kid needs to be her priority, not some relationship. Because she'll have plenty of time for that later when she's older. She needs to grow up now and needs to take care of her business. The relationship shouldn't even matter right now. She just needs to find out where the fuck she's going with her life and whether or not she's gonna fucking keep that kid, give it away for adoption, have a man raise that kid who's the baby's daddy, or have a man who isn't the kid's dad raise him. Basically, that's how I feel. You don't gotta agree with me, but that's just how I feel. By the way, I'm sorry if I come off a little hardcore or a little mean or a little a little negative. I know I cursed a lot too, so I'm just doing me. Anyways, next question. This is from Brooklyn Kennedy. She asked me, what would you do if you caught someone lying to you? Would you tell them you caught them and not be friends, or would you just say, let it go and stay friends? Well, I have caught people lying, and I have brought it up to them in their face. I'm like, why you gotta lie to me, man? Like, is that what makes you feel good, lying to me? You can't just be honest with me, you know? 90% of the time, I'll probably say cut them off. You know, if a person lies to you once and you let them get away with it, they're gonna do it again. Never fails. You know, once a liar, always a liar. Now, I'm not saying that people are perfect and don't lie, because lying is in our everyday society. Government lies to you, your parents lie to you. You know, your parents lie to you your whole life, growing up telling you Santa Claus is real. You know, everybody lies. The point is if it really means something or not. Was it a good lie? Was it to keep you out of harm's way? Was it to protect you? Or was it a negative lie that ended up doing nothing but unintentional hurt? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's all how you look at it. I can't really even answer that, because you need to be able to tell if they have good judgment or not. The person who's saying they got caught on the line. But yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say about liars. I mean, I don't fucking agree with liars. I lie, but I would never lie to someone. The only time I would lie to someone is if I'm trying to prevent them from getting hurt, you know? I like lying to your parents and shit. Don't lie to your parents, man. That shit just catches up to you, and then when they pass away, God forbid, you end up having a lot of regrets. So, let's just tell the truth, shall we? Okay, so this next question is from Shay Johnson. She asked, so I really, really like this person and he doesn't know I exist. I've never seen him in real life, but when he updates a status, I always wish it was about me. Any advice? Well, Shay, if he doesn't know you exist, then he ain't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? A guy that doesn't acknowledge a woman if she's, you know, trying to like him, or if he doesn't acknowledge you in the first place and then you gotta acknowledge him first, don't do that shit. He has to acknowledge you. You know, it doesn't hurt to message him and be like, hey, and get to know him. But honestly, you should only mess with people that actually notice you first. Because when you notice a guy first and then he doesn't really even care, like he doesn't put forth that he wants to talk to you, you know, then he's not the one. He's not the one you want to talk to. It's really picky and choosy. You can't really determine this. But what you should do, if I were in your shoes, if you really like this guy, you honestly need to message him. Be like, hey, do it a few times. If he's not answering you back, then leave it. But if he does, take the time to get to know the guy. You know, he could be a pretty good guy, and I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. It doesn't, the statuses, those are just something. Some people put statuses just to get likes. Some people put statuses for whatever the hell else. I don't really know. But, you should honestly go for it. If he doesn't go for you, it's on to the next one. There's always a million fish in the sea. Go catch a different one. So this next question is from Cindy J. Shafkind. She asked, I'm not sure how to ask, but how do you control yourself when you're in a bad situation? How do you know when you have the right to go overboard or take it as calmly as possible? For example, you go to your boyfriend's job and ask him, can I hold your hand or give you a kiss? And he says, why? Do I have the right to go off in situations like that? In a situation like that, hell to the no. That man is working. You can't interrupt him from working. If he's working, he's getting the paper. If he ain't getting the paper, what's he gonna get you? I mean, it really all depends. The location, you know what I'm saying? Don't go off on a man because he's not holding your hand and giving you a bunch of kisses. Not all guys are all lovey-dovey. I'm the same way. I'm not really, as I've gotten older, I'm not really into PDA. And for you that don't know what PDA means, it means public display of affection. So I'm not really into showing people how I feel, so I won't really do it in public. So if my girl was asking me to, oh, hug me, kiss me, hold my hand, you don't love me, oh my god, I would probably get really mad and just say fuck her. Not saying that that's you, but basically, certain situations you do have the right. If the guy isn't, giving you a kiss when you're at your home, or when you're out, at a park or something, and you're trying to interact with him and he's like, no, then yeah, go off. Tell that man what's up. If he don't love you or like you, sorry, you need to get someone that actually wants to show affection to you.
I changed locations, but I got this question last minute from my friend Manny Fuentes. Shout out to you, big bro. Anyways, he asked, are you glad we met, and do you think we'll get places with Loud Pack? My answer is, I'm glad we met, man. Like, you're really fucking cool. Like, this nigga can rap too, fool. He can dance his ass off. Y'all gotta see this nigga's dance, fool. As for the crew Loud Pack, man, we can do whatever we want. We don't need no one to tell us that we can make it or not. Even if we don't make it big, man, who cares? All we're doing it for is the music. That's what we love. But anyways, I gotta go eat dinner now, and I answered quite a few questions, and the video is pretty long. So hope you watched all of it. See ya.